everyone. I think the stream is started. Welcome back to something that I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been a bit since my last stream. Just check, make sure it's going. Yep. So, yes, I got myself some new equipment. Won't be able to wear most of it, though I can equip that. And I thought there was another piece of armor that I could wear. It looks like not quite yet. Nope, not for another 2 levels, which can be rectified soon. And you see, there are actually cosmetic options for this game. As you can see, it looks like I have a black void for pants. I got a new sword that is a lot stronger than my previous one. Stable masters just allow quick travel between 2 places. But you don't want to go to any of those places yet. This is where the stable master can take us right now. We're actually trying to get down here. And to make travel faster, not as convenient as one of the hunter's abilities, but it's better than nothing to get from place to place relatively quickly. Oh yes, and I also have this, which I don't have to repair after each use. And since they don't sell for anything, I can go ahead and just drag and drop them. I'm getting better stuff soon, though I can still have that on. I got something better than that. Now what the heck? What's going on down here? I have no idea what's going on there, and I don't care. I don't look down there enough to know what's going on. So we are currently heading towards a vineyard. I forget whose vineyard it is, but we are actually almost there. And a lot of wolves around Lemale's vineyard. Here she is.
Hail, friend, and well met. You may be of service to me.
I may. I think
you may be of service to me.
I think I'll be of more service to you than you may think. nice thing about having a companion, you can send them to do the dirty stuff for you. Yes, and a new deed. Why is that up there? Okay. Nope. How the heck do I move that? For it to be down there. Yes, this vineyard's been covered by goblins. How does that happen? Here. Nope. Ah! First time hearing that, I think. I know it's been a while. Harold, go take care of that. Oh, there's a ore over there. It's a little far. Is this just... yeah, this is just the local deed. Oh, that didn't heal him. Ja, das ist nicht gut. A little bit of a delay in between the start of something and... a little bit of variety in the shouts. Yeah. Ah, bah. Come on. And... where's that come from? If you're looking for the elf prince, you're too late. The dwarves have them now. The dwarves? Why do the dwarves have them? And how close are we to that increase? About halfway. Let's go get some more goblins. Get over here. I really like the new shout. Well, I say new, but it's been in the game for years. It's new to me, alright. You doing alright over here? Harold ought to run. You take care of him. Come on. Yep, and decline that. It's not doing it yet. Everyone come here! Yeah. Taking a little bit of damage here. And heal. How many more goblins? 6 more. That should be enough by the time we leave. I think. If not, I can always stay around until they respawn. Harold's still alive. Oh, come on. And Harold's brought back to full. 3 more. That should be good. Actually, that's going to be more than good. I actually do have to keep a track over my health, because I did get myself a little surrounded. Alright. Okay, that was a little close. But we're still alive. It's still going up for those undying titles.
Greetings to you.
For lack of a better term. Yes, and that is not only this one done, but that one done. So that should be 15 Lotro points. Not changing that. And it said 10, but that was probably just an override.
May Govanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
I'm already sparing some time. Smite a little bit, at least up until I can get to level 10 and put on the rest of my armor. Harold, you are a level behind at this point, so I'm going to dismiss you. Also, I don't want to get aggro of all these animals. That sword is not better than what I have. I just remembered I have this. And I gotta love lag that it does that. Not better than what I have. I also forgot to put all of these in the bank. 15 copper, that's going to be 7. Under it. Okay, you don't need any more of this. And okay, there's a copper deposit over there. Excuse me. Right next to the farm fields. Nope. There's not a new player. So what's the cool? That is 2 minutes. I forgot about that. That's just a tad long. What's it? Agates. Those are agates. Of course, jeweler and gemstones. Someone somewhere wants polished agates. Oh. I need to be up here anyway to talk to you.
Maid of Honor, you may be of service to me.
Why does everyone say that? You may be of some service. Like, well, I'm not. I'm not of service? Why do you insult me so? Alright, put those on. Those gloves. Someone up there wanted them. Great. Okay. And there was Kadabor that I was looking Avorthal for.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
What is this? Tarphandros said that my son still lives. Avorthal is not slain. My heart wants to believe, but believe the word of a goblin. Still, I cannot fathom why he would tell you this if it were not so. But if Avorthal is alive, then his capture does not bode well. I fear he will not live long while imprisoned by those outcast dwarves. They are no better than goblins.
You stay a moment and learn of my troubles.
You have done so much for me already, Tarphandros. But there is much that must be done if my son is to be restored. We have not had dealings with the dwarves in a very long time, and those were not pleasant memories. Have you heard of Skorgrim Darhan's attack on the old refuge of Athelion? The dwarves are scheming and self-serving, not to be trusted. We must gather our strength to lay siege to the dwarves of Ered Luin and rescue Avorthal from their clutches. But only Dronger Whitethorn, Master of Doland, has the authority to muster such force. Bring him the news of my son that he is alive and but a prisoner. We must strike at the dwarves before it is too late. Speak with Toron at the stable before you go. He will hasten your journey. I think that's why he was captured. To start a war with to start a war between elves and dwarves. I don't know what you mean. That's exactly what's going on, or what the story is. Shut up. I haven't played this game before. I'm completely new. I mean, this is I have to pay to get this race. I ignore all the other characters that are on this particular server. And I'm still not level 10 yet. But we can still go ahead and put stuff into the bank. Very useful thing to keep things here. Do I need to put anything else in there? Not at the moment. I can't even increase my bank storage. And I forgot that I still have 2 dice.
What can I do for you?
And bank my dice. I also need to remember that I have the cooked items. They can be useful. As I have discovered on several occasions. It can be useful to have regen. Pretty sure. Yep, that is just a letter of thanks from that lady who owns the vineyard over here. Alright.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
Gadava was wise to send you to me. You should take a horse to the sanctuary of Duliond. They are swift and can cover distances more swiftly than our own feet. You should speak of the stable master. He will carry you. Oh, he will see you carried on the back of a swift horse. Move quickly. Avorthal's life is on the balance.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Yeah, sure. Long have my brother and I dwelt upon these shores, and much have we seen in that time. Now the time has come for us to leave this place and sail into the west. My brother, however, does not see clearly and wishes to remain here. We have always dwelt together, and I could not consider a day in my life without his company and counsel. He is the cord which binds me to Middle-earth. Well, he is of mine, and to remain I am forced to wait for him. If you would go to Duliond and see if you can convince Brega to come here to Killendim, it is time we begin our journey. The refuge is north along the road. Considering
How can I be of service?
you want me to take a horse there, fine. I might as well do it. It's convenient. And there's an automatic path the horse is already taking, so I am not controlling the horse the moment, and that is not where I want that. That's too far down. And I can just press this button to end anywhere that I want. Like if I see something over there that I want to take a look at, I can press this button and dismount the horse, go take a look at it. I cannot, however, get back on the horse. Once you get off, the horse, I guess, comes over to the stables on its own. Welcome to Duliond. I saw some copper here that I want to get before I do anything else. Kelandim was the first area for elves and half elves, high elves. This is more or less the hub of the elves in Ered Luin. Kalengil. Megavanen.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Yeah, we'll help you. Just go down to the river, get some herbs. Seems easy enough. Now, this would be a pretty stressful walk on this slope here, because that's pretty steep. And since most characters run all the time, this would be a pain to run up as well. I should know, I ran cross country. And ran it in some hills too, so I know what running up hills is like, and it's not the most fun thing. That was probably one of my least favorite things about running cross country, is running up the hills. It's either running up hills or running on sand. Running in sand is not fun either. And not for the reasons Anakin gave in Attack of the Clones. So that is true. It's more that sand is just very absorbent. It has enough give, but it also it has a lot of give, but it also has a lot of resistance. Just make it a lot harder to run on.
Hail, friend, and well met.
There we go. Level 10. Can finally put all this equipment on. And rest of that. Actually, that can come off too. That helmet doesn't look good.
My heart cannot sing today.
My brother wishes to leave Middle-earth, but I believe it is time for us to stand our ground against the shadow growing in the east. With your help, perhaps Tauren will see reason. This Middle-earth which we love will soon face great peril, and we are bound to defend it. I cannot yet sail west.
Will you lend me your ear?
Tauren must know that while I remain behind, I will ever be with him. To do this, I will need your aid. So much of this land has been our shelter and teacher, and our memories are filled with moments of joy and laughter because of this land. I think perhaps my brother will appreciate this enough to see me on my journey as he begins his own. In the ruins of Dol Ringwest, there lies a sword upon a stone cairn, born once by a Dunedain, as we fought beside in the defense of our homeland. I may be able to remind my brother of our duty to Middle-earth. My duties here will not allow me to leave, but I hope you will see the need I have to seal this rift between my brother and me. Will you help me? Yeah, sure. And you have another one.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Ancient battles were fought at the ruins of Ringwest, and we had thought the evil purged. Now goblins toll within the ruins and desecrate the memory of the place. I would ask that you do your best to clear the goblins from these ruins and ease my heart, and perhaps aid my brother Tauren as you leave in peace. You will find the goblins in residence of Dol Ringwest to the west of Dolian. You don't say. Please make your way there and drive these foul creatures from the ruins. Megavanen, sir. Your news is troubling, Tarphandros. For dwarves to work peacefully with goblins is unusual enough, but to conspire in the abduction of an elf prince seems foolhardy even for them. I will not call our warriors to arms just yet. Kadivor is full of anger, which is to be expected, but as master of Duliond, it is my duty to exercise restraint. If the dwarves have indeed taken Avorthal, we will fall upon them with such fury that the mountains shall shake at our passing. But this could also be a trick of the goblins. They would have much to gain from a war between elves and dwarves.
Will you lend me your ear?
I have dispatched an emissary to the dwarf state of Gondaman to relax the growing tensions between elves and dwarves. But I fear rumor of Avorthal's captivity may prove too great a strain for her ease. Journey north and west along the road to Gondaman until Gaelson what has transpired here. Together, you and she must learn the truth of Avorthal's whereabouts and rescue him. If indeed he is a prisoner of the dwarves, I do not wish for war until we are certain of his fate. If Avorthal has been unharmed or we are unable to free him, I will call our warriors to arms, but not before. You are wise to do that, sir. Right. Who are these people? One of them is a hunter. That doesn't necessarily bode well for questing over Dol West. Anyway, new skills. Also, trait point. Alright.
What do you need? Might you spare a moment of your time? Stay a moment.
Cannot tell you how many times I've forgotten that second quest and had to run back and forth between here and those ruins over there. This only lasts for 5 minutes. That's 10 minutes, but it's my only hard biscuit. Wait, that. We'll worry about that later. See, this is what I was talking about. If you get all the way up to level 20 without being defeated, you get a set of titles. One for each you get a new title when you get to a certain level without being defeated, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this skill you can't excuse me, use on yourself, so you have to use it on someone such as our common herald. Goblins here too. Wait, there. Can use it here. I also heard a bow somewhere. I think that duo with the hunter is nearby. If they kill the goblin over there before I can, I'm not going to get those. I'm going to have to wait till he responds. Get him. Alright. Alright, new deeds. Looks like that was it. Oh. It was a hunter, but just not the one I was thinking of. Right, yeah. Saw some copper over here. There it is. Let's see. Gain critical defense, physical mastery, and tactical mastery. Ignore the pig. That's interesting run. Shoot. No. Leave me alone, fly. Alright, what? These pants are not as good. Also got plenty of good stats right now. at least good for a captain. All right. So agility versus vitality. We'll take vitality. Because vitality increases health.
My words, traveler.
Okay, so, yeah. So, might, probably more important stat for a, well, it says right there, very important for a captain. Increases block rating and parry rating. Also increases tactical and physical mastery, which is just reducing damage from physical attacks and tactical attacks, which is pretty much anything that isn't being like anything that doesn't have a weapon that's being used, like light damage. That would probably be tactical. Excuse me. Alright, so we have a choice. Do we want more vitality or more might? Well, we just went over might, but what about vitality? Well, vitality is your health. You know this green bar over here? That is actually morale. And increasing vitality will increase your maximum morale. It also increases your resistance and how much morale you gain out of combat.
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
Useful things to have. Buried him and built a cairn where he fell in his honor of his sacrifice. Perhaps Toron is right. There are many harsh memories here and such. In the West, we should free of such pain. He deserves a better home away from goblins that loot from the dead. Bring it to Langas, Thrasi's lodge, north here among. Alright, so along the way, pretty much. Going to a place that is on the way to where we are going in Gondaman. So, I think that is all the quests here, and there's coppers nearby. Deeds. The last set of quest deeds. Got quite a bit of copper now. And, let's see. We can wait a little bit longer for that. There's a mailbox over here. Let's go check up on our mail. Oh, it's only that. It's only epic battles. Something I won't be worrying about for a bit. Won't worry about those, so take that for later. That's almost better than my current armor. Leave well, I say almost when it's 120 less armor. Also gives increased agility versus might, which isn't that needed.
Greetings to you.
At least it's not needed for a captain. Agility would increase the critical rating, parry, and evade ratings. Will increase statical mitigation. Oh, I guess I was wrong with the masteries. Those are offensive, so it increases the damage you do. Mitigations decrease the damage you take. So, I currently take 68% less physical damage from enemies within my level range, and 25 less tactical damage from enemies within my level range, or that are the same level as I am. This is actually where I need to be, so let's quickly unlock this stable master.
What can I do for you?
Greetings, good high elf. Brega sent this, did he? I have heard stories of Thoram and will honor his memory. The recovery of Thoram's sword that must have arisen at Tron and Brega's debate has long been a concern of mine that they might leave Middle-earth during these dangerous times. Give this to Brega with my thanks. It may prove useful in convincing his brother to remain.
Welcome. You've come at a most fortuitous time.
Okay, so we'll pick up some quests, but particularly this remarkable bow, we'll get that done later, because it's all the way down there. Yes. Yeah. This is kind of the concern that I had earlier, is everyone would be here and kill everything, because they're a part of a quest. But also, there's a deed, and an easy deed at that. Well, easy when compared to other quests. Not necessarily easier, just faster, I guess would be the more appropriate term. You know, having only to defeat 20 things versus 30 is not insignificant. Particularly since the advanced versions of these Slayer deeds tend to up how many you need to kill by double. So the difference is with the advanced version of the quest, or the advanced version of the deed is actually 20. So it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's around 30 less Hendrival that have to be slain compared to most other deeds.
Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Which is it's not only half, but it's almost like you don't have to do an entire deed. So altogether, you only have to slay 60 Hendrival in total, whereas everything else requires 90. Oh, and I forgot. You were on passive. Where are these traps? And that bear. It's in the way. He's doing alright. Doesn't need my help. Doesn't even need to do that. No, not the cub. In addition to needing fewer intervals to complete the deed, they also have significantly less HP. Makes it a pretty fast deed to complete. In other areas, the Slayer deeds increase by quite a bit, though not in Ered Luin that I can, or not in Eriador, I don't think. Yeah. Not in this area, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Well, no, Moria is not a part of this area. That's part of Romanian. Yeah, we'll get to Moria when we get to Moria. That's a fun area. Nice. If you like being underground for hours on end. And this particular quest isn't necessarily one of the fun ones, since it takes so long. And it's kind of RNG whether there will be a rabbit in the trap. And then that happens. Finally, got a rabbit. What's a hobbit doing here?
And your families. Greetings, traveler. Will you stay a moment?
Oh no, you're not a hobbit, you're a runekeeper. Aggro! And there's the standard Henrival Slayer. We got the advanced one. Good. No, no. No. You don't want to fight me. Because that's what they will do when they get close enough, is that they'll attack. At least if you're within a certain level range. Which I think is well within this level range. Nope. I think I went too far with these sharp thistles. Got I'll at least take those for my lore master. She needs plenty of those. Also, isn't this your lodge?
I am at your service. I would be grateful for your assistance.
I didn't think much of it, but yes, this is your lodge. I always thought it was Lingas's lodge. Yeah. Yeah, the Link's mother did a fine job taking that out on her, or can do a decent enough job taking care of that on its own. It just helped out. Because it counts for some reason with the... because for some reason it counts towards the deed. Right, towards this deed right here. It's copper on the other side of the rock. Rich copper too. Here, I'll take care of that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a better sword now that I can use. Less health, more might. Looks like it might be a better sword too. At least. What would under normal circumstances, be a better sword? Well, it's got a bigger tip. It looks like. Let's see. Else, nah. Let's see. What is here? Goblins and wolves. Easy slayer deeds. At least when there aren't bats around. That's a bat. Bat. Is it always bats? I don't want to fight bats. Welcome to Gondaman, at least the back door to Gondaman. And Harold got stuck. And this is pretty much the, well, actually it's, I suppose, Hub 2.0 for Ered Luin. Is this true? Carnivore's son has been taken by dwarves? This is grievous news, if it can be believed. Goblins are fell creatures that rely on treachery and deceit, and the dwarves have ever coveted the precious things of elves. Capturing Avorthal might be the first step in some dwarf scheme to seize some of the relics we keep in Duliant and Kellandim. I thought the dwarves had put their envy of our people behind them, but if this is true, it seems they may still begrudge us our relics and things of beauty. Take well since as a high elf we get negative will. I will see if I can learn anything from the dwarves here. Matthew Stouthand is the Lord of Gondaman, and he has spoken openly to me in the past. I will judge his conversation to see if he is hiding something. Do not betray what we have learned to anyone but an elf. The dwarves will surely raise their guard if they gain any suspicion of what we know. This I do know. There is an encampment of strange dwarves to the north of Gondaman. You should go there and seek out Eglachin. He went out in search of Avorthal there and has yet to return. Find Eglachin there. Learn if the dwarves of the lowlands, at least, have turned against us. Be cautious, for the dwarves may be hostile. And the elf stone. A quest for later. Any of you?
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
That helps with
Greetings, traveler.
deed.
Will you stay a moment?
That's just convenient.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
The hunters who have been plying the forest north of Gondaman have come to me with stories of being threatened or even attacked by those backstabbing Darahan brigands. If you're of a mind to lend us a hand, you could head out there and deal with the Treacherous Thinbeards. They need to learn not to meddle with the hunters of Gondolin. The dwarves have built a small camp north of here in the hills somewhere. You will find plenty of heads to break there, I'll warrant. And one more quest here to take before we head out. Stranger, please tarry and hear my plea. My brother Gillier Goldentongue was a great warrior. Curse my treacherous tongue. I should say he is a great warrior, but I fear for his life. Though he is a doughty fighter, Gillier longs for peace, even against the advice of our elders in Doran's Hall. He felt that there must be some way to come to some sort of understanding with the Darraghan, so he and some companions set out for a great Darraghan encampment to the north of Gondolin. I think he went to the westernmost of the camps, the larger one. He did not return from his mission. Please seek him out with it. And if he is slain, return to me with the news so that we may have revenge on his murderers. You will know my brother easily by his gleaming shield, a great heirloom of our family. Yes, sir. We have discovered Gondomin here in the lowlands. And we are going to go north to check out this encampment of the Darraghans.